So it's taken 3 years and $1.5 million without seeing anything come out of the ground. There's some really important questions that we should have asked before placing the first orders. In this video, I'm going to talk through all of them so you can make sure that you learn from our mistakes. This is so exciting. It's the first actual structure on the property and it looks so good. The boys have absolutely crushed this. They started about 4 days ago and we couldn't believe how fast it's actually gone up. And it's looking really solid and really firm. And we can't wait to actually get it up because what it's going to actually act like is a temporary storage for all the deliveries that we have, so we don't have to sit out in the weather and get absolutely destroyed. And then also we're going to be able to use this for a temporary shelter when it's raining because at the moment there's no cover, so everyone has to basically stop working. When the build's done, we'll actually get to serve its true purpose as the ultimate gym. So we can't wait to see it all get done. So the reason why this build has taken so long to get here or to get these sheds up is because planning and approvals take a long time. So it took us many years or multiple rounds through council to get everything approved. It takes almost like 9 months to a year to get the first round through, another the same again, which we had to do. Then we have had terrible weather, which really affected the road, so we had to wait for that. And then we also had a bridge that had to be built. So all those things added up. We had delays in start times. We have holidays. And that is what has dragged this whole thing out to 3.5 years. But thankfully, once you get the road in, once everything's in place, everything can start moving. All right, we're standing inside the gym. This is so sick. It's so cool with the roof on. This thing is sturdy as. The guys have said it's over-engineered, which is always a good thing, but it feels so cool to be in here actually finally. It's pretty big, actually. You can do some good laps in here, and Storm likes to get involved, but it's 20 meters long, right? So you're gonna have a bit of space here for a few activities. We definitely can get some activities happening in here. Keen to get some ropes hang? Cool. Storm just decided to do a roll in the dirt after being nicely cleaned. But what we are keen to do here, we've really opted for a lot of height so we can like hang some ropes, do things like hang rings, gymnastics kind of stuff, but then also have these doors here that we can use to open them up when it's real nice weather and you face out and you look at that view. But yeah, very excited to kit this place out. This is literally the one thing that I've been dreaming about for many, many years. So can't wait to actually get it fitted out. Hopefully there's some budget at the end of this whole thing so we can realize this dream. But in the meantime, we're going to be using this for storage for the construction material, all the deliveries, all those kind of things. It's all locked up, nice and secure, so nothing goes missing. We wanted to just actually talk about a few things that you need to consider when you purchase a shed. And it's things that we kind of only learnt along the way. And I think it's pretty useful to actually know before you get started. So number one, can I find an installer in my area? And secondly, are they available to come and actually do the job? Many installers are booked out for months in advance. Our sheds got delivered and then just ended up sitting here for months, waiting to be installed. So before placing an order, it might be hard to actually get a quote from the installer, but what it will do will help you make sure that delivery dates are correct. Once you place the order with most shed companies, the delivery dates are locked in and you can't change them. So make sure that everything is ready before you place the order with the shed company. The next question that you need to be asking is which manufacturer do you want to purchase from, right? Find a reputable installer, then ask them which brands they've worked with, what are the pros and cons of those, and they're going to have good or great recommendations because one of the key considerations when installing a shed is actually how easy are they to put up. Some manufacturers go overboard, some are flimsy, Some are really strong. Thankfully, the ones that we got are over-engineered, as the installers say. So a little bit harder to put up, but they are sturdy, which is great. It was something that we only learned after the fact, but we got lucky there. So when looking for a manufacturer for your shed, you also want to be checking the reviews and doing your research on the internet. See how they behave post-purchase, because I think that's super important. A lot of people are very friendly when you're trying to, before they get your money, like most companies. And then when they get your money, they're not interested. So look in the reviews. If people are saying that after-sales support is poor, it's probably going to be poor for you as well. You get what you pay for in the end of the day. So straight after talking about you get what you pay for, you need to understand how much is everything going to cost. A shed isn't simply just the shell that you buy. That's one of the components, but there's actually a lot more to it. So you're going to have the cost of the shed itself. You're going to have the install cost. So the install cost for a shed is approximately 20%, give or take, of what you pay for the sheds. Then you're also going to have costs for the slab or the foundation. So depending how big your shed is and depending what you want to put in it, you're going to have different costs for that. Some other costs that are there are also the engineering. So if every time you make a change to the shed design, and if you've already had it engineered, you're going to have to pay re-engineering on top of the slab install cost. And then you're also going to have any sort of approvals like CDC or council approvals, as well as finally any fit out. So if you want to fit out your shed with anything, keep that in mind. So sheds can actually get really expensive really fast. All right, now speaking of approvals, you can't just go up willy-nilly and put a shed up, not in Australia anyway. So you're going to need to get them approved. It could either be through council or CDC, depending on what your land looks like or where you're putting a shed. So keep that in mind. Those things do take time. So we put it through CDC on our block here because it's a big block and we're allowed to have large sheds because it's a rural property. But if you're in a smaller area, if it's in the backyard, if it's something like that, you're going to have to either go through council or CDC, whichever one makes sense in Australia. So check your local regulations and make sure that you get those things in early so it's not the thing dragging it all out at the end. But it's just these little details that you need to watch out for when you're actually purchasing them.